They are coming. Everybody be quiet. They are coming.
Mark this victory.
I sort of found this subject while I was still in university. So I was a political science and history major and learned about the wars in Sierra Leone, about conflict diamonds and other resources. And that sort of brought me into the conflicts. And then learning about child soldiers was probably one of the more powerful and evocative parts of that subject, you know, the fact that these kids are at the front lines of the war. So I've been tooling around with the idea for over 15, 20 years now, and it took me about 6 years in the subject before I found Beasts of No Nation, which was a novel, and decided to turn that into a movie.
And why? What did you see in that film?
You know, it's so hard.
Oh, yeah, that book, of course.
Whatever like your creative choice is for a movie, I'm never quite sure exactly what it is that draws you to a subject. There's a sort of there's the mystery of inspiration, right? It just comes out of a feeling. It comes out of an image in your mind. And I think both a child with a weapon in the face of like such brutality is a very
Was that the image?
Yeah, I think in my
child
mind.
with a gun.
Yeah, in my mind. Yeah, definitely.
Go ahead and be me my judge. Agu, you are going to kill this man.
Finding the right actor to play that boy, difficult?
I knew that I think anyone knows when you make a movie, especially with non-actors and especially with children, if you don't find the right kid, the movie's not going to work. No matter how much work you do in the script and on set, trying to make a scene and squeezing juice out of a dry lemon, you know, it's not going to happen. A lot of parents didn't trust sending their kids off to, you know, some random, you know, folks looking to make a movie. You know, people are very protective of their families, and it was also very hard to get people to come to castings. So we actually had to go to people to try and find them. And Abraham happened to be one of those kids that actually on that particular day was playing hooky from school, and was hanging out with some older kids when Harrison approached him and asked if he was interested in being in the movie, and had him do a few exercises in front of the camera. And in one of those exercises, he actually cried. So he sort of exhibited a sort of naturalness right from the very beginning, and then we spent another like month and a half with him and about 60 other kids that we sort of filtered down to train them sort of in more theater and film camera work style craft. And
to help them, you also had them stay in character, right? They had to salute Idris Elba, who plays the commandant on set.
Once we were on set, but you know, we had to build to that sort of discipline. These are kids that had never ever even participated in a club before. I think the most organized thing they'd done was pretty much play soccer.
Agu, these are the ones that killed your family. Eh? That killed your mother. Agu, go on. Agu. These are the ones, the dogs that killed your father. That is your family's blood. Chop him!
Did Idris Elba also stay in character as the commandant on set?
I wouldn't say he's like method in that sense that he's always the commandant. You know, he's definitely Idris in between takes and is jovial and hangs around. But there was an intensity all the way through production, I would definitely say. And Abraham, you know, and King Kong, who played Striker, sometimes I'd have to separate the kids, just even Abraham, separate him so that he was a little more isolated from all the other kids at times, so that he wasn't relaxed and just seeing them as his friends. You know, it would be a certain amount of distance, especially in the beginning when he meets the army, the NDF forces. I didn't want him to be too comfortable with everyone. So things like that help keep the reality off camera in line with what's going to happen on camera.